Record. All right.
Um,
So, what are we starting with today, guys?
all right, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
What is one macro story that's moving the markets this week? So we'll look at news.
Well, a couple of things, right? Obviously, the Iran war, and there are some companies that are also kind of, going back and forth. Uh, you have SpaceX and Micron, and if you
So it's
see the,
sucking
pre-market,
it's sucking up the liquidity in the market.
that's the thing, right?
Mm.
So Micron went down quite a bit on Friday, but it's now basically recovering its loss and more, at least pre-market, right? Now, will it last? Who's to say, right? But we know these two are definitely driving things at the moment.
Nice. All right, yeah, we're coming
Right?
off of a 3-day weekend, so I'm
That's the
sure
other thing.
the market misses trading, I would say, usually. So we have a Nasdaq is looking kind of strong and overnight. So what I
Hmm.
like to peek at, or what we'd like to peek at, is AUD JPY.
AUDJPY, yes, that's
So
where we start, right?
so
Which is
current
for those who don't know, that's Australian dollar to Japanese yen.
yeah. So this gives us a clue of kind of market purchasing behavior. We are under the 21. So
Have you shared your screen yet? You haven't shared it yet.
oh, sorry,
Yep.
sorry, sorry.
Hmm.
Let me share real quick.
Hmm.
All right,
There we go. Good.
for AUD, we're below the 21. So I'm not
Another thing
inherently
to note
overly
is we are
bullish.
basically going sideways here,
Yeah.
right? Overall, right? And actually now slightly down with the red ADX there.
Yeah. Yeah, we could be hitting our head against the 21. So
Quite possible.
not yeah, nothing showing a large amount of interest in buying right now.
Hmm.
Um for where we left off on SPY, I think we were hitting top Bollinger,
Hmm.
but it looks
Yep.
like we're +4 overnight. So we'll see if that changes for tomorrow morning.
Yep.
So what should a beginner trader focus on with these conditions?
Current conditions. First thing what we want to do is go to the weekly chart here, right? And you can see that we're starting to go sideways, but we're still relatively volatile, compared to, um, like when the squeeze is turned on the weekly, right? So we are going sideways, right? But there's still some potential here for a breakout,
Well,
to the upside, right? Uh, so will we, I think the big question is, will we just wiggle around here, right? Like we did, before the Iran war downtrend. And if you go back, right, you can also see before the tariff news in early 2025, right, the weekly squeeze turned on at the bottom there. You can see it,
well,
right, and it went sideways for quite a long time before it broke to the downside and then popped back up,
yes.
right. So you want to really keep an eye on that sideways action. Because so right now you can see that the momentum is pretty strong to the upside, even though right now temporarily it has gone to the side. That could, that could mean a bull flag, right, in under certain conditions, but it could also break to the downside. So watch the support of that sideways action, right,
Oh yeah.
especially when the prices start tightening,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
short-term trades would work out, pretty well if we broke out here, right? And if you see anything at support, right, hopefully you would have already bought. right? And if you didn't, well, it's actually still not too late, right? If you can get some breakouts, if this thing actually breaks out of the sideways, you know, uh, the range bound trading that it is doing right now,
Yeah.
right? So on the
Yeah.
daily chart, the price action has tightened, right? But we are looking for a weekly chart tightening, right? So in the daily chart, right, it seems like, oh, it's not moving anywhere, right? But I'm sorry, on the daily chart, right, it seems like it's not moving. But on the weekly chart, it could turn out to be just a small blip here,
Yeah. It
right,
could be a
where it just
pullback.
pulls back after a big push up, and then goes up, right? That has happened before,
Yeah.
right? If you go back, right, you can see examples, right, and pull up the squeeze as well, right? You can see examples of where it has broken out
Yeah.
after a
Yeah.
turned on, you know turned on squeeze, right? So yeah, keep going back. You can see, right? Not this one. This one, it went down, right, before it popped up, right? What we're looking for is see stuff like this, right, where it stays sideways and then breaks out some more, right? So either situation, right? And look, for 4 weeks, it kind of went down for a bit, right?
Yeah.
So there
Well,
is some, potential here in which, if the momentum is high enough, right, and it breaks out, you do get some good, moves to the upside here,
yeah. So we're looking for this
right?
break-in trend on the weekly, and then
Yes,
we'll see if July buying can take us there.
exactly. Mhm.
One thing to note is that we are in red ADX, but the
On the
histograms
daily,
are fading yellow on the daily. So
right?
in the
So
past,
this is somewhat conflicting.
yeah, in the past, it it fixed itself. The red ADX fixed itself. But there was a lot of power behind this move here, a lot of buying power behind this move. So will we get this summer? We're not sure. We'll have to wait and see.
Yes, and that's why we urge you to look at that resistance line, to see if it'll break out, right?
You
And
know,
so far, things are seeming, um, to be
neutral, yeah.
neutral at this point.
And so,
Right.
what are things that we should be watching out for is
Mhm.
watch out for potential downside ahead.
Right.
So if you are
Draw a line
if
on the downside here, right? Like either yeah, see right there. Yeah.
yeah, if you're
Right.
taking puts, take them quick. If you're
Yeah.
taking calls, take those quick as well.
Correct.
Keep your size small.
And draw the line at the support there, right? And make sure that you are watching that line to see if it breaks down there. Yeah. Yeah, right there. That's the support. Right there. Exactly. Right. There is potential wedge here. Now, wedges can be, both bullish and bearish, right? And it depends to which side it breaks out, right? And we want a
Yeah.
significant breakout to the upside before we can actually trust, especially if it breaks, if it makes a higher high, right? In this situation, it's been making lower highs
Yeah.
every time it attempts a move up,
Yeah. So pretty much downtrend.
right? So could it be a problem? Yes, there is potential here for it to be a problem. But as we showed in the weekly chart, right, it also looks like a blip there, right?
Yeah.
So right now, time to just sit on your hands and wait for that breakout or breakdown,
Yeah.
as the case may be.
Yeah. All right. We have
Anything?
time for questions.
Yes.
So for when earning seasons hits, how do you separate stocks worth watching from the rest? I guess we could change this question a little bit. I guess based on seasonality, how do you separate the stocks worth watching from the rest? So I guess maybe we can focus this question on how to focus on strength.
Couple of things
So
you want to do here, though. You want to look at the sectors and see which ones are, pushing up first,
so what?
right?
Yeah. So like how Anand said, while the rest of the market is looking choppy and going down, you
Right.
want to look for things showing strength. And yeah.
Visa, right, which is the one we are showing here, has a couple of, it's in a couple of sectors, right? One is the financial sector. Is there any other sector it is part of?
It might be Dow.
It is Dow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it is a Dow company,
No.
right?
So it could be some shifting in from S&P to Dow, which we've been seeing
Or-
lately
and
as
and
well.
technology to Dow, right?
Yeah.
So people are moving stuff from the riskier issues, right? Riskier assets to
Mm.
the perceived safer assets at this point.
Yeah, I like Visa. Visa looking strong. Oh wow. Visa, we already have that
Oh,
yellow.
yep,
We have the yellow hiss. I think we
yep,
were waiting for it on MasterCard because MasterCard was moving a little bit slower. So
yes,
this
but
is
it
gives you
has broken out,
yeah, it
right?
gives you a better chance.
You
And
want to
when
check the XLF as well.
this 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 one ran away a little bit, but
Yep,
MA looks like it's still
check XLF,
so all right.
right? You
Oh, I
can
like
see
that.
here.
I like that little cup formation.
Yeah, the monthly seems to be back to blue there,
I,
and
li-
you can
I
see
like this
that
too.
it is hitting that previous high, which is so far it might be a resistance, but there is a possibility here of a breakout,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So this
this would look
is
this would
yeah,
look really good for XLF. It will
yep,
help. It'll help Visa. It'll help
correct.
Mastercard, and it'll
Visa,
help
Mastercard, AXP, yes, and you can see
American Express.
right. So any pullback to the averages or back to that line of that downward trending line, right, could end up being a buy point,
Yeah, this looks good.
right?
Yeah,
So you can take chances here, right? But be sure to have a stop loss at one of those support regions if it breaks down,
yeah, or 50%.
right? Or 50%, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, give yourself a little bit of
yeah,
time for these to work. So
yes.
you have a couple of outs. You have
See, we
earnings
made
around
that
the
mistake. We
corner.
should have actually kept Visa a little longer, or bought more contracts and sold
Oh
sold
yeah,
one when it hit that.
yeah. I think
So for
what
future reference, right? This is what we're going to do.
I think what we took was we took Bollinger Band hit.
Yes.
That's what made us go. Yeah, I think we
No,
took
no,
this
no.
hit.
It's fine, right?
Yeah,
Bollinger
yeah,
Band hits, are fine. But
yeah.
what I recommend in future cases is to buy more contracts, right? The reason we took the Bollinger Band hit is because we only bought one contract,
Yeah.
right? Had we bought two contracts, we could have kept a runner and then let that one go on Friday,
Yeah.
right? And I think we were kind of skittish to take risk because of the sideways action of the market on the daily chart,
Yeah, it's just keeping the
right?
entry small.
Yeah,
If
that's
the if the
exactly what it
if
was,
if the market isn't
right?
overly frothy, there's no need for us to be frothy.
Exactly.
You could just
No,
kind of
no, no.
snipe.
That's a good point, right? We
You
should
know.
be very careful about that.
Yeah, so let's watch Visa for this week, and then we can see. Um, I'm
It is
looking. I'm
it is
really
almost exactly like your breakout trades. See,
yeah. I'm interested
flag.
in I'm interested in
Right?
Mastercard. I like that
Yep.
change in trend,
Right. Look at
and
that.
I, and I,
Right. It's a
and I,
flag.
and I like that we're getting above the 21.
Right. This is one of those Western technical signals, right? That we're going to talk about in our beginners course,
Yeah,
right? So a wedge, right,
yeah.
or a
That should
flag.
yeah, beginner's course should be done by the end of July, I would say.
We're
But
going to
we
try for that.
also yeah we also have another
Right?
live next Sunday at 5:15.
Yes.
So
Yes. Now the only problem is we still can't figure out how to record those lives
yeah,
on
I guess
on school,
we can
right?
do Zoom for now and then put it
Yeah.
and then yeah.
We'll use the same link for the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Because
right?
this will go to the YouTube, and you guys can watch it whenever you guys have time.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it. We're keeping the video short, so
Yep.
yeah, we can
Keeping this
end
video
here.
short, right? And yeah, we'll
Like
go
short.
from there.
Yeah, we're gonna go for shorter, more frequent
You know.
videos rather than once a
Yes.
month videos.
Yes.
All right,
All
sounds good.
right. Okay.
All right,
So let's
thanks everyone for
th-
joining.
thanks everyone for joining. Let me stop the recording here.